Let's begin with a short period of centering. Rooting into your seat, lifting up into the crown of your head, and relaxing your shoulders down and away from your ears. We'll focus on the breath, and today we'll do some counting of the breath. So it goes like this. When you inhale, you think to yourself, say to yourself, 1. And when you exhale, you think to yourself or say to yourself, 2. Inhaling 3, exhaling 4, exhaling 5, exhaling 6. So when you get to exhaling on 10, that will be 5 complete breaths. So I will do it at my pace, and you do it at your pace, and then when we've all completed 5 rounds of breath, we'll begin. So again, inhaling to the count of 1, exhaling to the count of 2, inhaling to the count of 3, exhaling to the count of 4, inhaling to the count of 5, exhaling to the count of 6, inhaling to the count of 7, exhaling to the count of 8, inhaling to the count of 9, and exhaling to the count of 10. And then opening your eyes. This kind of counting practice during centering can help give us something to anchor our focus to. So it can make centering a little more comfortable for some people who might find it awkward. Let's begin our physical practice. Please lie down on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat for our starting position. Knees bent, feet flat. Lying here on our backs, we'll stretch out the low back, hugging knees in, gently rocking side to side. Gently rocking side to side. Now a little more twisting to our rocking side to side. Elbows pointing straight out to the sides to help support you. Squeezing your bent knees together. And we're going to roll straight across the low back from outer hip to outer hip. So bringing this twist from the armpits all the way down to the hips. Armpits all the way down to the hips. Legs squeezing together, arms helping to support you so we don't go too far. And then coming back to center and releasing the feet down, sliding them forward an inch or two to help make a little more room for our next little flow here. Flowing bridge. So I encourage you to engage your middle, muscles around the waist drawing in like a belt, belly button pulling down to spine, arms resting alongside your body, palms facing down. We're going to inhale and lift the bottom, even if it's just a couple of inches off the floor. And then exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling, strong middle, strong bottom, strong quads, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and maybe each time lifting a little higher. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the bottom, strong belly, strong quads. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift, and maybe a little extra hold at the top, an extra breath at the top. And then exhale, flowing back, down, touching down. We're going to open our arms out to the sides and give ourselves a big hug. Let's say left arm on top, right arm on bottom. A big reach, arms reaching around, wrapping around. Reaching for opposite shoulder blade, tucking the chin slightly to lengthen the back of the neck. Not making too much effort with the neck. Just letting the neck be relaxed as your arms do the work of hugging you and spreading the top of the back apart. We're going to open wide. Another hug, this time right arm on top, left arm on bottom, reaching, wrapping, chin tucked. And now arms resting at your sides, palms facing down. A gentle turn side to side with the head, looking over one shoulder, looking over the other shoulder, getting into the neck. Now we're going to roll all the way over onto one side and come up into a seated position. Here with knees bent, feet flat, hands to the knees. We'll inhale and extend the chest between the knees as the knees widen and we come onto the knife edges of the feet. And then belly button drawing back to spine as we sit back with our chin tucked. Inhale up and through. Exhale, rounding, sitting back. Inhale, knees widen, chest extends forward. Exhale, rounding, sitting back. If you want more intensity for the core, open the arms as you extend the chest forward and pull the belly button back to the spine as you sit back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, sit back. Last one, seated cat and cow, sitting back, and then sitting upright. A little shoulder work, sweeping arms. Right hand sweeps in front of you, and then making a shape that goes along with your range of motion, how it is right now. It might not be the same as mine, but just circling the arm around, finding range of motion in your shoulder. And then right hand rests in your lap, left hand sweeping forward, opening up, finding range of motion. One more. Now let's bring our hands to the mat behind us, palms flat to the floor, fingertips pointing towards your bottom. Press into your hands, bend your elbows first, and then as you straighten them, exaggerate the lift between the shoulder blades. expanding across the top of your chest from shoulder to shoulder, opening chest, opening heart center, looking up. And then pressing into your hands, lifting up, bringing the hands to the mat in front of you, and sliding them forward, either staying on your hands, or if you're able to, coming down onto your forearms. And then as much as you can, let your head hang. Let your head hang, and let your neck be free. Let the lower back unwind. Let's walk our arms over to the right, lengthen, extend, fold over your right leg. Hands walking through center, over to the left, extend, lengthen, fold over your left leg. Inhaling up, more neck work. Drop your chin to your chest, ear to shoulder, down through center, chin to chest, ear to shoulder, chin to chest, ear to shoulder, down through center, chin to chest, ear to shoulder. One more round. Side to side. Chin to chest, lift your gaze. Moving on now to our hands and knees. Knees beneath hips, wrists beneath shoulders. Remember, anytime your hand's on the mat, use your whole hand, fingers spread, gripping the mat. We've already done seated cat and cow, so here on our hands and knees, let's let the wave roll through the spine from the tailbone to the base of the skull. Let the wave roll through your spine. Now making the same shape as cat and cow, we'll do a few sunbirds. Rounding the back, drawing the right knee in towards your nose, and then arching your back with a strong belly, lifting your right leg up behind you as you gaze forward. Rounding, nose to knee, arching, lifting the gaze, looking forward. Rounding, and arching. Rounding, arch and lift. One more time on this side, sunbird, round and arch. Knees together now, let's switch sides. Back rounds, left knee to nose, arching the back, lifting gaze and leg. Rounding and arching. Rounding and arching. Rounding and arching. Last one. Rounding and arching. And then back to hands and knees. Slide your fingertips into your knees. Come up to high kneeling. Let's do a held twist. So turning to the right, back of the right hand comes to your left waist. Left hand comes to your right waist. Turning, looking over your right shoulder. Then unwinding, going the other way, turning to the left, back of the left hand wraps to your right waist. Right hand wraps to your left waist. Turning, looking over left shoulder. Facing front now, bring your hands to your low back for support, pressing into the low back, lifting the side body, lifting on the underside of your heart, opening chest and heart center, looking up. Inhale, lifting up, coming back to hands and knees. Big toes touch, knees open, bottom sinking back to your heels. Now if your hips are pretty tight, you can always stay on your forearms and your hands. You can sit back a little more, great. Coming into child's pose here, a couple of options. Traditionally, we rest the forehead or the hairline on the mat, but you can stack your fists on top of each other beneath your forehead, or stack your hands on top of each other beneath your forehead. Breathing here into the space we've made. Again, letting the low back be heavy and unwind. Inhaling up, back up to hands and knees. Let's step the right foot forward. And sometimes you might need to help the right leg forward. Right knee over right ankle. And we're going to do a deep bend into the right knee. So keep your right heel rooted and the right knee aiming towards the right toe. So a deep bend into the right knee. Now here's where there's going to be some variations as we sit back. So this would be a more modified version of this stretch. The upper body folding over the front leg. A deeper version would be to sit back more, and then the deepest would be to sit back all the way to your left heel. Now you don't have to go that far, but if you do, pull the right toes back towards you, right side of belly, right side of chest, lining up on top of your right thigh as you fold over your right leg. Now remember, the modified version might look more like this, which is fine. Let's switch out the legs. Left foot forward now. Left knee over left ankle. Knee pointing in direction of the toes. Bend deeply into the left knee, keeping the left heel rooted. And then sitting back a little, or a little more, or all the way, somewhere in between. If you are sitting back, left toes pull back towards you, left side of belly and left side of chest, lining up on top of your left thigh as you fold over your left leg. Inhaling up now, tuck your right toes under, step forward into a crouching position, bend at your ankles, knees, and hips. Bring your hands to your hips, lift the shoulders up and back, press into your feet, use the power in your legs to come up to standing. Look down at your feet, roll to the outer edges and the inner edges of the feet. Then grip the mat with your feet. Inhale, lift your hands up above your heart, and then exhale, let them fall. We're just swinging, lifting and swinging, lifting And swinging, lifting, swinging, lifting, swinging. Arms hanging at your sides from your hips up. Swing. Let your arms hit you like a shiatsu massage. Facing forward. Inhale, reach your arms up. Look up if it's okay for your neck, straight ahead if not. Exhale, arms to sides. Inhale, reach. Exhale, arms to sides. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sit into your chair, shoulders away from the ears, arms reach forward as modified. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sit. If you want to go deeper into chair, reach your hands higher, palms facing in. Reach. And sit. Reach. And sit. Reach. And sit. Take a deep breath here. Lift your seat, fold halfway. Sit. Fold halfway. Sit. Fold halfway. We'll put all three parts together now. Reaching. Sitting. Folding halfway. Reach. Sit, fold halfway. 2 more rounds. Reach, sit, fold halfway. Last one. Reach, sit, fold halfway. Reach your arms all the way up. And release them to your sides, shake everything out. Standing up near the top of your mat, hands to your hips, step your left foot back, angling it out. Right foot points forward, bend into your right knee, aim it over to your right little toe. Square your hips, right hip back, left hip forward. Long side body, shoulders relaxed, arms reaching again, looking up if it's okay for your neck, straight ahead if not. Warrior 1. Feel firmly rooted through your feet as you sweep your hands down and around to your low back, supporting the low back, lifting under the heart, opening chest and heart center. Inhaling up. Again, as you draw your right hip back and pull your left hip forward, straighten your right leg. So the right knee is no longer bent, the right leg is straight. We're going to slide our hands down above the right knee. Right hip drawing back, left hip pulling forward, long spine. Now here at the halfway point, with the spine more parallel to the floor, you can stay here. Or if you'd like to get a deeper fold, sliding the hands down the leg towards the ankle. Now, if you can't go that far, it's fine. But if you can go this far or farther, maybe even bringing your fingertips or your hands to the floor, a deeper stretch. But maybe your deeper stretch is with the hands a little higher on the legs. Again, right side of belly, right side of chest line up on top of the right thigh. We're very carefully going to help ourselves back up the right leg, hands to hips. Step forward, left foot, step back, right foot angling out, hip squared, right hip forward, left hip back. Bend the left knee, aim it towards the left little toe. Square the hips, right hip forward, left hip back. Lift your waist out of your hips, lift your ribs off your waist. Relax your shoulders, reach your arms and look up. Now if this is too much for your neck, again, look straight ahead. Either way is still Warrior One. You could even practice Warrior One if you can't reach your arms above your head. You could practice Warrior One with your hands to your hips, that's fine. Let's bring the hands to the low back, supporting the low back, deepening this upper back arch, lifting between the shoulder blades, looking up. Inhale, lifting up, straightening the left leg now. Right hip draws forward, left hip pulls back. Just square the hips across the front of the body. Hands sliding down above the left knee. Long spine. First, extending the spine more parallel to the floor. And then if you want to go deeper into pyramid over the straight leg, hands sliding down towards the ankle, maybe fingertips coming to the floor, left side of belly and left side of chest lining up on top of the left thigh. Pyramid pose. Very carefully working our way out of it, hands walking up the thigh. Right foot steps forward. For our balance work today, remember stepping off your mat might be better for balance. The more cushy the surface is under your feet, the more challenging it is to balance. So we're going to practice eagle as our balancing pose. So we're going to root in to the left foot, lift the right knee really high and step it across. So maybe the right toes are on the floor, or maybe you're able to pick the right toes up off the floor and balance completely on your left foot. Since the right leg is on the top, we're going to put the right arm on the bottom and give ourselves a hug, just like we did when we were warming up. So the arms reaching around, wrapping around. Now you can stay here, or you can come deeper into eagle pose by pointing both hands up, maybe back of right hand to back of left wrist, or maybe the right hand grabs the top thumb. Eagle pose. Now in any balancing pose, drawing your belly button back to your spine, drawing the low belly in and up is going to make this feel more stable. So bring that into your practice. Legs squeezing together, arms hugging. This is very tightening, constricting pose. So as we unwind, we're going to open up very wide into the five-pointed star. A few deep breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth forcefully. 2 more. Okay, eagle, standing on right foot now, stepping left foot cross. Now, if you can cross as high as you can on your thigh, you'll be in a better position. Remember, left toes can touch down to the floor or float up off the floor. Left leg is on top, left arm is on bottom. We'll start with the hug. Remember, core strong, thighs squeezing. Both arms pointing up. Maybe back of hand to back of wrist. Bottom hand reaches for top thumb. Strong middle. Eagle. Inhaling up. We'll do our breathing again. 5-pointed star, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth forcefully. One more. Okay, let's step back onto the mat. Using your mat the sideways, angling your feet out, medium width straddle. We'll hold our squat a little bit today. Hands sliding down. Now, if your hips are tight, maybe your hands will be closer to your hips. If you're a little looser, a little more flexible, elbows down on the thighs. Reach your right arm up. Right hand pulls up and out. Right elbow above right knee. Left arm reaches up. Left hand pulls up and out. Let's flow our squat. Hands opening as we straighten up, coming down, passing by each other on the squat. Squat and reach. Squat and reach. Squat and reach. Squat and reach. One more. Squat and reach. Now, point your right foot to the top of the mat. And come into Warrior Two. Right knee aims towards the right little toe. The inner edge of your foot. You can see it when you look down. Shoulders relax, arms expand. Shoulders relax, arms expand, gazing across the top of your right hand. Tailbone points down, low belly, draws in and up. Warrior Two into reverse warrior. Left hand drops, right arm reaches, expanding from the center of the back out into the shoulders, arms, and hands. Strong middle, keeping you stable. Now pull up into your right hand as you straighten your right leg. So no more bent right knee, the leg is straight. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Stretch your right arm out over the right leg. Grab your right leg. Roll your left shoulder back. Float your left arm up. Triangle pose. Triangle pose, rolling the left shoulder back, opening the left side of the chest. Now keep this opening up top, opening of the chest, opening of the arm. And only then, as long as you can keep that, see if you can slide deeper into triangle. Right hand coming down towards right ankle. Long waist, both top and bottom. Reaching left hand pulls us up and out. And we'll switch out the sides. Right foot turns in. Left foot turns to the other end of the mat. Warrior Two, left knee bends. Gaze over to the left little toe. Again, seeing the whole inner edge of the left foot when you look down. Relaxing your shoulders, your dristi, which is the yoga word for your focal point, over your left hand. Tailbone pointing down, low belly drawing in and up. Deep breath into reverse. Right hand drops, left arm reaches. Expanding from between the shoulder blades into your shoulders, arms, and hands. Strong middle. Strong middle as you pull up into your left hand and straighten the left leg. Right hand to right hip. Reach out over your left leg, reach down and grab it with your left hand. Right shoulder rolls back, right arm floats up. Again, more important that this top arm is reaching up and the right side of your chest is opening up. And if you can keep that, then continue sliding down your leg. Long side body. So the underside of the waist is as long as the top side. The right hand is pulling us up and out. And we'll come into the straddle with the toes pointing straight ahead this time, not angling out. Toes pointing straight ahead. Hands to your low back for support. Supporting your low back, lifting under the heart, opening chest and heart as the hips shift forward. Inhaling up, hands sliding around, pressing back into your bottom, hands pressing back right above the knees. Spine extends parallel to the floor to start. Pressing back into your seat, extending forward into the top of your head. And then hinging at the hip creases, wide angle forward bend. Letting the head, neck, and shoulders hang, maybe even nodding the head and shaking the head. As you gently press the bones of your legs back into the muscles of your legs. Now reach both arms over for your right leg and hug your torso against the right leg. Switching sides, reaching over for the left leg, hugging your torso against the left leg. Back to center with your fingertips to the floor beneath your face. Come into the half lift. Soften your knees, squeeze muscle to bone, tuck chin to chest. Come back up to standing. Heel toe your feet back together. Face up to the top of the mat. We'll slowly bring our way. Come back down. Knees bent. Hands sliding down above the knees. Reach down with one hand and then the other. To hands and knees. So my hand wrap, fingers spread and gripping. Fingertips beneath the bottom knuckles. Heel of the palm, index finger and thumb. When you're on your hands and knees, use your whole hand. Fingers spread and gripping, toes tuck, push up and press back into downward facing dog. It's the only pose we have that stretches all the major muscle groups at the same time. So extend from the undersides of your wrist to your armpits, from the bottom tips of your shoulder blades up to your seat. If your legs are tight, pedal out your feet or just enjoy pressing back and down from the inner edges of your feet with your chest extending back towards your legs. Let your head hang, nod your head, shake your head. Let your head hang freely. Come down when you need to. If you can hold for another breath or two, great. And then lowering down to the knees. Coming down onto your belly all the way down. With your arms extending forward like you're Superman flying. Arms extending. Engage your middle. Lift opposite arm and leg for swimmer's flow here. Opposite arm and leg, lift and release. Lift and release. Lift and release. Engaging the middle is key to protect your back. We're working the core, the bottom, stretching through the arms and legs. One more round. Turn your head to one side and rest your ear either on your stacked hands, a little pillow to release pressure on the neck, or flat on the mat if that's okay. Breath expanding broadly into your side ribs and back body. Lift your head, turn it over to the other side. Ear resting on your stacked hands of the mat. Broad back, expansive side breathing. Let's bring our hands beneath the shoulders now and help us up to our hands and knees. We're going to shift onto the bottom. Bend your left knee and point it straight in front. Step your right foot across. So your left knee is bent and pointing as straight ahead as you can get it, and the right foot steps across. So the right foot is on the mat, the left knee is bent. We're going to reach the right hand behind, and if you root into your fingertips, I call this spider fingers, left hand to the outside of your right knee. Rooting into your right fingertips, inhale, lift. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist right. Always lengthening the spine on the in-breath, only deepening the twist as we exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Facing forward. Now there is an easy way to switch sides, and there is a fancy and fun way to switch sides. So the fun way would be to bring your hands over next to your left hip and going to the left. Go all the way around. And when you sit down, your right knee will be pointing forward and your left foot steps across. Or you can just switch your legs, pointing your right knee forward, left foot steps across. We're going to take the right hand to the left knee. Left hand reaches up and behind, spider fingers. Rooting into your left fingertips. Inhale, lift on the in-breath. Twist on the out-breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Now don't over twist. When you reach your maximum twist, just maintain on the out breath, but you can still lift on the in breath. And then exhale, facing forward. We're going to scoot forward now on the bottom. Come down onto our backs again, just like we started, knees bent, feet flat. We're going to do one of my favorite finishing poses, and it builds off of our starting pose that we do most of the time, knees in, thighs down. It's called the upside down forward fold. So you would engage your middle and peel head and shoulders up, face coming up closer to the legs, and then legs straightening. Now we don't force the legs straight. If they go straight, great, but as straight as you can get them. Lifting up to the legs as you're drawing the legs back towards you. You can reach up higher on the legs. Tucking chin to chest will protect your neck. If this is too intense, you can stay here or in our starting position here. It all depends on how your neck feels, how your back feels. And then head and shoulders down, knees bend, feet flat. Coming now into our final relaxation pose. You can stay knees bent, feet flat with arms, palms facing up at your sides. This is good, especially if you have low back pain. If your low back is okay, slide one leg out, allow it to flop. Slide the other leg out, allow it to flop. And rest with your arms alongside your body, palms facing up. Final relaxation. First, scan your body for tension, noticing anywhere in your body that's still tense, still holding on, doesn't want to let go. And purposefully breathe relaxation into those very spots. Let go into Shavasana, final relaxation. I'll call you back in a minute or two when we're done. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Breathing more deeply. Start moving gently. Fingers and toes wiggling. Wrists and ankles rolling in and out. Reaching, stretching any way you like. And when you're ready, roll on to one side. And help yourself up into your comfortable seated posture. Today's quote is from the Yoga Sutras. Yoga is right action. Let's bring our hands to heart center and close our practice. Namaste. Thank you.